Hi, everyone. My name is Evan Ortlieb, and welcome to Education for Today. Today, we're going to be looking at the 5 types of qualitative research designs in a very simplified way. So let's go ahead and get started. The first is ethnography. You may have heard of this one before. It's quite popular, and it involves the researcher embedding his or herself into the daily life or routine of certain subjects. It also means that as an active participant, the researcher experiences these customs or traditions and mannerisms within said culture. Oftentimes, geography is a constraint on being able to conduct this type of research. A clear example of this, a former colleague of mine spent some time on a school bus trying to investigate and learn more about its culture of bullying. Contrarily, you could also do a deep dive into learning more about the culture, let's say, of the Mu Alpha Theta math club at your particular high school. The second kind is narrative research. This is where the researcher gathers data and facts from one or more subjects through interviews, documents over a period of time, and it really focuses on those experiences. It's based upon a theme, and then it's all pieced together, oftentimes to derive answers and suggestions for improvement. An example of this would be trying to document the journey of ESOL students throughout their middle school experience, or studying the journey of a new principal during her first 2 years on the job. The third kind of qualitative research that we're going to look at is phenomenology. And this is used to study an event or activity as it happens from various perspectives or angles. We oftentimes use interviews and videos, on-site visits, basically anything and everything we can get our hands on to collect data about those perspectives and insights from a variety of participants. It's primarily an experience or perception-based research method. A clear example of this would be, let's say you're a school leader or classroom teacher, and you're trying to use this method to understand how students make choices about the books they read, about colleges they apply to, or why they engage in particular after-school activities. The fourth kind that we're going to look at today is all around the grounded theory. Here we're going to start with collecting data in order to answer a particular question. We use that data set that includes the coding of similar concepts into categories. We use that data set in order to think about what theories emerge from that and best support that data in order to be able to verify that again through further analysis in the field. And so this cyclical process is in and of itself grounded in theory. And so that's why I tried to insert this graph here for you today. And finally, the last kind is a case study. Here we use it to gather in-depth and detailed information about a particular subject, which could be any entity or organization or school. Also, the nature of this can be explanatory or exploratory in nature. A really good example of the case study is, let's say you're a classroom teacher and you want to be able to think about formulating new strategies or understanding the influences that students have towards particular instruction or text selections, trying to devise new methods to better connect instruction to student learning or even community involvement. And so as a quick summary in review, let's take a look at this chart. So you see here that there are, again, those 5 types of qualitative research design. And the first, the narrative research, we're looking at exploring the life of an individual over a period of time, let's say a year or two, even a month or two, it depends on the instance. The phenomenology is trying to understand those experiences that people go through. The grounded theory is trying to develop a theory or an understanding for why the data says what it does, and then go ahead and trying to verify that back in further field investigations. The ethnography is trying to understand a culture or a particular context where you go inside of that culture and experience yourself. And finally, the case study is trying to develop a thick, rich description and of a particular context that's not necessarily transferable outside of those parameters. I hope this has been helpful today. If you could, please like this video, give me a thumbs up, and subscribe to the channel for more content on educational research and all things education for today. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Take care. Cheers.